He was pierced. We will find that in Zechariah 12 and 10, that he was pierced. And I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and of supplication. And they shall look upon me whom they have pierced, and they shall mourn for him as one mourning for his only son, and shall be in the bitterness for him as one that is in bitterness for his firstborn. Those scriptures was filled in the New Testament. Those scriptures was filled in the New Testament in John 19:37, in Psalms 12 and 16, in Luke 24:39, and in John 20 verses 24 through 29. He was the sacrifice for sin. The Lord was the sacrifice for sin. We find that in Psalms 40, 6 through 9. Psalms 40, 6 through 9. Sacrifice and offerings thou didst not desire. Mine ears hast thou opened. Burnt offerings and sin offerings hast thou not required. Then said I, Lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. I delight to do thy will, O my God. Yea, thy law is within my heart. So he was the sacrifice for sin. He was buried in a rich man's tomb. That is in Isaiah 53 and 9. Isaiah 53 and 9. Buried in a rich man's tomb. Wow, even down to where his death was. And he made his grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death, because he had done no violence, neither was any deceit in his mouth. The New Testament fulfillment of that scripture is Matthew 27:57, 58, and 68. He had done no violence, and he was buried with the wicked. His resurrection, we will find that in Psalms 16, verses 8 through 11. Psalms 16, verses 8 through 11. Psalm 16, 8 through 11. And I have set the Lord always before me, because he is at my right hand. I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory just rejoice. My flesh also shall rest in hope. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thine Holy One to see corruption. Wow. So the Lord's resurrection was prophesied, and that scripture was fulfilled in Acts 2, 24 through 28, John 1 through 17, and Acts 13 to 34, and also in Matthew verses 12 through 40. We find that from his birth to his ministry, to him being on the cross, to the events before he was on the cross, to his beating, to how they took his clothes, to how he was betrayed, to even where he would be buried, to even to where he would resurrect, because the Lord would not let him be in the ground too long, to where his body would see corruption. All of these things are and have been fulfilled in one person, Jesus Christ. The foundation for our faith, for Christianity, is based on Jesus Christ, and he fulfilled scripture from start to finish. He came, he lived, he fulfilled every single scripture written about him. That's why when he was on the cross, he could say definitively, it is finished. Thank you for joining us today at Christianity Back to the Basics. You can reach us at Restore, Renew, Rebuild Ministries at yahoo.com. You can also write us at P.O. Box 920-822, Norcross, Georgia 30010. The church phone number is 404-553-1106. Thank you.